How is it going? I wanted to do a little video and let you know where I am and how I'm doing and everything that's happening because it is a much needed update. I'm currently in Redding, California. I'm back for my third year of school. I'm at my apartment here right now. I'm living with three other guys that I hadn't met before. They're all in first year. And I am under a pastor by the name of James Burke. It's his second year pastoring, and it was such a blessing of how I got to meet him and how we kind of got connected, and then I was able to get onto his team, and it's just been wild. So I've had some people asking kind of like, what is school in third year, and what does it entail? And so third year is you're under a pastor. So for example, when I was in first year, I had my pastor. His name was Brandon Rice, and he was over about 70 students. And then there was also his team was about 6 or 7 people, and so they were the ones, the interns or the 6 or 7 people would be the ones who would be meeting with the students. They would be kind of like doing most of the face-to-face interactions with the students, all the homework, the attendance, things like that, and they would just be kind of the front line, if you will. And but there also is amazing sides to being on his team, because then you get to meet with some of the other leaders and pastors. You get to have one-on-one meetings with him often, and you always have group meetings with him and the team, and so you really get a ton of exposure with the pastors and just with high-level leaders in general. And so I met James through a friend whose name was also Isaac, and we just started going on meetings and got to know each other better, and ended up, like I said, accepting me onto his team. And he's about 30 years old. The guy is amazing. He's such a legend. And he just has been exactly what I need in this season, and just has had tools and wisdom for things that I didn't even know that I would grow in or expand in, just things that have been challenging this year that he complements so well. And so that is just like, I just, every day there's just been a new level of thankfulness, because I'm just, this man has blessed me beyond belief. And yeah, let's see what else has been happening. I've been moving forward in my music a lot. I actually have a single I'm releasing in 4 days, I think. And I have a little home studio here. I'm actually sitting in front of it, so I got like my speakers and mic and keyboard and monitors and things like that. And I've just been doing what I can. And so with school, you're crazy busy. It usually starts at about 10:30, 11:30, and then it goes all the way to sometimes like 6 or later. And so the days are full, and you also want to like spend time with friends, things like that. But anytime that I can make music, I'm always trying to do that. And this environment is so great because you have so many talented musicians that will work with you and just like do fun collaboratives together. So make sure you keep up with my Facebook and my Instagram, because I'll be posting lots of stuff on that. And let me share a little bit of what I've kind of been, what my journey looks like personally. I've been learning about God and how I can tend to see him as more of a mathematician than I can as a father or a relationship. And I'll give some examples. Like, we've all heard, like, oh, God knows our steps and God knows our path, and so trust in him and look to him, and he will lead you and guide you. And that sounds amazing, and it is true. But in hearing that, I applied that to myself as there's God's way and there's His path, and anything else outside of that is wrong. And so it actually put me in this place of I I started looking to Him for direction and things, which is totally healthy and amazing. But it actually limited me and put so much pressure on me to either find His will, or I was doing the wrong thing. And so I've actually been learning how God loves and trusts me, and my decisions and my choices, and He loves my dreams and my passions, and He wants me to lead sometimes. So that doesn't mean that God won't correct me, or God won't redirect me, but I would say more often than not, God is like, Isaac, why don't you do what is in your heart and do what you feel is right, and what you see me and know me as, um, and allow me to lead from there. And so I've just been having moments throughout the day where God is encountering me in what I'm doing. Not that I'm separate from Him, but in that there's less of a clear word from Him of like, today we're going to go shopping. But I'm like, yo, look, I need groceries. So we go shopping, and God encounters me in that. And I think that that's something that's been so refreshing and freeing, because I feel like I've lived a long time of like, look, uh, yeah, I got to go to BSSM because that's God's will, and if I do anything else, then it's bad or not good. And yes, BSSM has been God's will, but I also believe that if I was to choose to do something else, that God would encounter me and bless me there. And so I've just been like, I feel like I'm able to, uh, some stress and weight has been taken off my shoulders, and I've been learning what relationship with the Lord looks like, and what how much He just enjoys me, and enjoys being with me and doing the things that I love doing. And yeah, He's just so good. He I think he I think He's much more easygoing than at least I know I've put Him to be. Of of a mathematician would be a God who, he'd be someone who would, it's all structured, it's all like, there's no room for ebb and flow, there's just the right answer, or that's it. Like, there's no in between. And I've been wanting, and I've been learning to experience God like a person, to experience God like an actual being, and not just a set of guidelines, or a a great theology. That Jesus is so much more than that, and is so much more invested than that, and is so much more present than that. And that has been sometimes painful but beautiful, and it will be something that I take for the rest of my life. And so I just want to update you guys, let you know how I'm doing. Um, to everyone who has sewed into my tuition, who has prayed for me, who has asked either myself or my parents how I'm doing, to the church at House of Hope, I just want to thank you guys so much for pouring into me and for giving me grace, and time to respond, because it has been crazy busy, and I've just been going through some things. But I love you guys very much. Thank you for loving and caring about me, and I can't wait to keep you updated in the future. All right. I love you guys so much.